royal pain of a crown off her head. So would you please try to understand why I look like something out of the Night of the Living Dead? I've got those Queen Elizabeth blues. If one more morning I read I'm on someone's worst dress list, if one more noon I have to smile over tea while I pass the cream, if I have to shake the hand of one more bloody American tourist and wave to a crowd looking smug and proud, I swear I'll scream. It shouldn't strike you as anything new that this queen, a mere figurehead of state, should be so blue. I'm sure that you would too, if you had to do all the preposterous things that I have to do. As a slave to all this damnably trivial protocol, when I'd much rather just get away from it all and sing those Queen Elizabeth blues. Damnably trivial protocol, when I'd much rather just get away from it all and sing those Queen Elizabeth blues. What would Vienna be without the music that floods us with warm melody? Vienna, Vienna, home to the monarchs of song. We open our hearts and joyfully sing along. We know that whenever grief or hardship press round, there's always a refuge in the light and laughter of sound. Unite us in true harmony. We'll shine as a beacon of love for the whole world to see. My Vienna was the city of youth, where every day started anew. My Vienna was the city of truth, where any girl's dream could come true. My Vienna was the city of dance, the city of eternal night. My Vienna was a city so free that a spirit like me could take flight. My Vienna was the city of love and of dangerous days. My Vienna was the soldier I loved, the taste of his mouth and his gaze. My Vienna was the smell of his collar and tears as he marched in parades. My Vienna was holding so close that a soul couldn't breathe and wishing the world away. My Vienna watched as I stood near the track, knowing he'd never come back. Watched as the train disappeared, watched as I slid to the pavement in terror and cheered. My Vienna was crawling through streets before dawn, risking my life for an answer, a yes or a no. But always the silence, and still I don't know. My Vienna is the city of summer where tourists can come now to play. All the young have fled the shadow of iron, only the old must stay. Now I rent out my rooms to American girls. With smiles and coffee I greet them. And when they go out, I look through their things, and I lie and I steal and I cheat them. And I welcome them to my Vienna. My German boyfriend had very thick hair. He played the clarinet in an orchestra near Mannheim. He made me laugh, his English was so bad, I didn't even mind when he lit up a cigarette. God, he was beautiful. I only stayed for a very short while. We drank a lot of beer. What else could we do? If I had my way, I would go back to live and sit by the fire and run my fingers through his hair. Gott war schön. I left you in Florence in December. As you slept, I stole into the night. From your side, I fled into the gentle rain, to find myself aboard a cold departing train to take me far from you. Did you go to Rome then, as we planned? Or did you return to Venice and wander all the byways that we had roamed together, and rent the tiny room where we had slept together, and sit at checkered tables where we had laughed together, and think of me, and think of me. I left you in Florence in December, because you weren't the mystery I sought then. You were not the Ponte Vecchio, Botticelli, Michelangelo's David, or Raphael. You were love, you were love, and I went away from you. Bags under my eyes, rags for my clothes, black and blue thighs, a frost-bitten nose. In spite of the fleas, you might as well try me. I'm here to please you, so please, why not buy me? You ought to know a whore in Genoa, someone to blow an hour or two. If you're new in town, you don't need to frown, you just come on down, you'll know what to do. Why stay at home? Why sleep when you can be nearer? Woman who's cheap at 10,000 lira. No need to pay an hour's rent. We'll head for the marina. Just dump me on the pavement and sing a cavatina. You ought to know a whore in Genoa, someone to throw a party for two. She's molto bella, they say she's swell, a treat for some fella, someone like
mother always said, just give it time. You'll try to climb out of the pit, but forget it, you still are mine. You'll spread those puny wings, you'll flap and flail, you'll cut yourself loose, but it's no use, you're gonna fail. It just was Mama's way of saying, I love you. Positive reinforcement the negative way. Back when she guaranteed I would tumble faster and faster, 'cause I'm just a disaster waiting to happen. My mother always said, you'll never win, no, never win. You don't got what it takes to get up and get out, so why begin? Get off your high horse, don't stand so proud and tall. The lower the expectations, the easier the fall. That was Mama's way of saying, I love you. Positive reinforcement the negative way. What a friend. She guaranteed I would tumble faster and faster, 'cause I'm just a disaster waiting to happen. I always dreamed of a dazzling place where people lived for love and art, far from the cookie-cutter houses of a dingy cul-de-sac. That's where I would open up and finally express myself. Someday when I got the chance, I'd run away and never look back. My family always said, you come from trash. You're too big for your britches, missy. Someday you're gonna crash. Just try to get away, see how far you could run. The only way out that we know about is at the bottom of a bottle or the barrel of a gun. It's just my family's way of saying we love you. Positive reinforcement every day, every day. They guaranteed I would tumble faster and faster, 'cause I'm just a disaster, a biblical disaster. I say enough, I'm out the door. I don't have to take this bullshit anymore. I guarantee I will contradict your prediction. I've squirreled away for my airfare, I'll pay, I don't care. I will take who I am and make something amazing and brilliant out of my life, 'cause this disaster ain't gonna happen. No way. She is the spinster of Chelsea Embankment. Surely you've seen her out walking her dog. She is quite tall and as slender as parchment, her hair and skin all the color of fog. She leaves precisely 10:30 each morning, wearing a cape made of weasels and mink. She takes her lunch with a Bloomsbury bunch, who you cannot see, she cares not what you think. She eats eggs in an Earth cafe, where she sits in a fuchsia beret. She then will play gin with Virginia Woolf, who's a very good friend, who never offers to pay. She is thankful for the divertisement, the spinster of Chelsea Embankment. She wrote a book, claims an editor stole it. Who knows, the spinster's been known to tell lies. Look at her dog, it's a breed indeterminate, shaggy and long, and you can't see its eyes. Wicked Oscar Wilde comes weekly for supper. They dine at 9 every Saturday night. She cooks a duck which her sister in Kent sent. He'll tell a nasty, she'll blush with delight. Oh, but son
eats eggs in the Naff Cafe, then tells her friend Dickens about how the chickens she once kept at home she has now sent away. It's a literate and charming display of English impeccably spoke. Sir Charles is smitten and praises her wit with a joke. She is thankful for the compliment, the spinster of Chelsea Embankment. I should add, she is totally abstinent, this spinster of Chelsea Embankment. Before the war there was a Jewish woman worked for my father. We became lovers quite by accident. Maybe I loved her, maybe not. No one has known. I hadn't thought of it until this instant. When the Nazis came, they searched all the houses for the Jews. And I lived in terror of when they might come to us. And when they did, it was very strange. I opened the door and very calmly showed them where I'd hidden her, without any feeling. I do not know why we do the things we do, but when it comes down to them or you, there isn't really any question, is there? Is there? I would do anything for you. I have no dignity or shame. To say that I am desperate would be to underestimate how low I'll sink to play this game. I fling myself at your boots. I crawl before you in the dirt. God knows I've sung this refrain. I'm an expert at pain. It doesn't matter if it hurts. I'm damaged. You're damaged too. We're ravaged. No longer fresh or new. Don't try to pretend that you're not. I can see through. So why shouldn't shouldn't we join forces to see how much more damage we could do? I wouldn't be your first choice, but then again, would you be mine? Repeated exposure has lowered my standards, and you'll do just fine. You're damaged, I'm damaged too. We're battered, bloodied and bruised. Our ships have been tossed by the sea a time or two. So why shouldn't we join forces to see how much more damage we could do? Why shouldn't we join forces to see how much more damage we could do? It doesn't matter, I've now come to see that everyone has someone, everyone but me. Love doesn't matter despite what they say. I'm thankful I'm solo, it's better that way. It doesn't matter, I no longer care. Life makes no guarantees, it isn't always fair. It's overrated, that romantic stuff. I've patiently waited long enough. How many people will settle for someone who isn't quite right and make all sorts of adjustments just to have someone beside them each night? Look at the miserable couples you can count on your fingers and toes. Why people put up with all of that nonsense, well, God only knows. It doesn't matter, I'm simply too old to have someone to kiss or to hold. I've really grown out of needing these things, and now when I see two lovers touch, I'm thankful I don't have the pain to contend with. Because anymore, it really doesn't matter very much. I bet he thinks of me. I bet the thought of me comes unexpectedly. I'm that nagging question, I'm that sinking feeling. All the time he's wondering what I'm thinking. Well, I think of him not very often, hardly at all. Now and then, when something reminds me of something we did, or something we saw, or something that we said, then ever so briefly the thought of him enters my head. I wonder if he thinks of me. He must, we were together, weren't we? He must have some doubts every now and then. Surely he must wonder if I think of him. Yes, I think of him 12 times a day. It's very quick, zip and away. It's odd, I can't help it. I suddenly ask myself, what would he say about something I've done, or something I've eaten, or something I've read? And it's like that blindness right after a flash. Just for a moment the thought of him blinks, and it blinks, and it blinks, and it blinks in my head. He never thinks of me. To him, I'm ancient history. Who have I been kidding? He's happy to be rid of me. And I think of him 60,000 times a day. The image of him just won't go away. It's there when I get up and get in the shower and go off to work and pretend that I'm working. It's there when I come home and sit on the sofa and stare at the TV as if I were dead. For a minute or two I forget all about him and turn out the light and go up to bed, where I think of him again and again, and pray that the thought of him someday gets out of my head. Why can't I let you go? What am I holding on to? Enough time has passed that clearly at last I should be free of you. So what am I waiting for? What am I hoping to find? You're only an image, it's time I put out of my mind. I know I promised that I would forget you. I know I told you that I would release you after you'd gone. But you come to me, I see your eyes, they shine in the dark, I have no choice. And once again, suddenly, I hear your voice. I can't understand what you're saying, but I feel your hand take mine, and I try to push it. I swear that I push it away. But you're the one who always wants to stay. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to close the door. It's getting late. I really can't wait anymore. It could have been you, you know, up here with me tonight. You know, standing in the light. You whose name I whispered soft and low. But you said no long ago. It could have been you know, reaching for my hand. You know, when they started up the band. You and me dancing close and slow. But you said no so long ago. You always told me I was great, that nothing could stop me from rising straight up to the top. But you disappeared just as I feared. Well, I guess it was just too long to wait. It could have been you know, standing near the door with the flash bulbs popping and my fan screaming for more. And when at last the time had come to go, it could have been you and me. But you said no. Oh, so long ago. My Manhattan's just a few inches tall. You ain't gonna get too dizzy at this height. It's rather puny and deceptively dull, but once it gets inside, it's Saturday night. When I take a sip, I'm back again in my pied-à-terre, a penthouse with a view, a couple of miles up in the air.
simple as this. There's a whole other world living in this drink. It's just a cocktail, cynics always insist. But once it gets inside, who cares what they think? When I take a sip, I'm simply cosmopolitan, commenting on art. Ooh, hanging in the Metropolitan. Then I'm off to the Philharmonic to hear them bang out Beethoven. Well, it's a magical place with class in a glass. It's a great place to visit, but I don't think I'd want to live there. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit bitter, a bit of a clash of flavors. But ever since I had a taste of it way back when, I've had to go back again and again to my Manhattan. It's a singular town, a cherry, bourbon, bitters, and vermouth. It's where I go when life is getting me down. It's my way of regaining my youth. When I take a gulp, I'm standing on a corner, fresh and young. Horns are honking, lights are flashing, sirens bellow and bells are rung. Then a beautiful bunch of Broadway babes start tap dancing upon my tongue. Because anything can happen in my Manhattan, the epitome of sophistication and class in a glass. Just at ice and you got paradise. Move into the light. What good is waiting in the dark? Come, cherish the sight of night illumined with a spark. What's done is done, the past is past. Forgive and let it go. Then take a look inside yourself and learn to love what you find inside. For how we love will change this world we know. I know. You'll know. If we all believe that it's true, there's no end to what we can do. Together we'll share a common mind.